G'day guys, welcome to another milk run. It's Friday afternoon. We're just going to go down where we live at. Be it all a beautiful place to live, being on the lake means mosquitoes. So we're doing a bit of gardening yesterday, me and the bride, and the complaints about the mosquitoes were uncountable. Absolutely uncountable. So I'm just going down to Bladder Harbour. From memory, that's where I ended the last milk run. And we'll have a look around Bladder Harbour, which is the big main city down there on the south coast. There's a big hardware store there. I've got to get an insect fogger for the mosquitoes at our place, so I can fog the whole area, the gardens and the walls, and that's how you do it. Well, that's how the pros do it apparently. So yeah, we'll go for a run down through Finnis. As I always do, probably cross over my favourite little bridge like I did last time, and we'll go up through the Inman Valley and have a look, and go down to the bluff where they do a lot of fishing, and go from there. But yeah, I'm going to go and get this fogger, but it's a perfect excuse. I haven't been out since last week when I went out in that foul weather last Friday. Tornado warnings and all sorts of fun and games, and so yeah, we'll head down to the hardware store. Explained it before. Down around the lake region here, there's a lot of little rivers and creeks that flow into the lake. This is the Finnis River. Yeah, we'll see it on our left there. Flowing like hell, going like hell. The Finnis River's going hard. Along here there's a couple of big Aboriginal canoe trees. A couple of them have fallen. I think there's one just up here, as the sign says. There's a canoe tree up here somewhere. Yeah, it's a nice ride through here, other than the first thing in the morning and last thing at night. Because there's a lot of hobby farms down here. It's a haven for bloody kangaroos. And you don't really want to belt them on your bike. Even going slow, they'll knock you around. There we are, he's going to give way to me, going across the creek. Yeah, no, it's a nice ride, pretty ride down through here. The big old dead gums. So yeah, well, when we're coming into Bladder Harbour, I'll give you a bit more of a look, but yeah, we'll go up to the bluff. It's a good fishing area down there, Bladder Harbour, before I go to the hardware. Right now we're coming down into Currency Creek, quite a big wine growing area as I've said, but Currency Creek is it's got a big flash winery where you can take your family out for lunch, and it's all floods down. I've actually been through when there's been 3 or 4 feet of water. It's actually just about to flow now. Water's right up there behind it, you'll see when we go around the corner here. But yeah, it's a nice area down through here. Good area for a ride. Any area is a good area for a ride, I reckon. Still pretty happy with these little DJI mics. I was talking to Dan at Bugmoto in Oregon via a DM the other day, and he commented something on one of my title on one of my videos, and he said something about the microphone, and this microphone is just a DJI Mic Mini clipped onto my collar right there, and because it's back behind my mouth a little bit, because it's back here, and someone even said, is it your beard that's filtering the wind out? But it doesn't seem to work. It works all right when I put my helmet down, flip my modular down, but it works really well like this with the modular, or with my open face on as well when I'm on the big bike. Yeah, it just works really well. You can switch the camera on and off from the Mic Mini. One button's an on-off button, the other one's a record button. And yeah, I've just found it a really good little microphone. I'm watching the bars on the camera now, and they're dancing around. As long as you're not doing, I just slow down when I'm talking. So, all right guys, we'll turn it back on when we get in there, Victor. Just on my way down to Warren, spotted a little one-way road. A one-way road. It's a no-through road, which means it's not meant to have another end to it. But I saw a couple of bikes come out of here not long ago covered in mud, and I won't do it now when I'm by myself because I don't know where it's going to end up, but that to me looks like it's worth exploring. Yeah, a little track. The big flash house right here next to it, so I won't go tearing down there now, but yeah, I'll check that one out. The no-through road on the way to Victor Harbour. There's so many different ways of putting together a moto vlog. Some guys like to have these highly produced latest music, buy the latest music, pay the royalties for latest music, and a million different ways of doing things. I'm along the lines of, I like to do mine a little bit rustic, a little bit natural, a bit of road noise, some videos I don't put music to at all. Yeah, so what do you prefer? What sort of videos do you prefer? It's always good to hear from people who like what, and I love watching YouTube. I love all sorts of motovlogging on YouTube. But yeah, what sort is more enjoyable to watch? Ping your ideas in the comments below and let me know. It'd be interesting to find out. The road up here they call the Big Dipper, and you probably won't be able to see it properly on the camera. Now you'll see Victor Harbour back behind us there, and the Big Dipper goes down a bloody great hill. I think I'm on the right road. We'll see. We'll have a look. I think this is it, or I could be wrong. No, I'm wrong. Never mind, you won't see it, but I'll turn the camera around. This is the bluff at Victor Harbour. In front of, righto. Well, as you can probably tell, there's a hell of a bloody surf rolling in and out around the islands there. A heap of granite islands. In fact, there's a big one. We'll go down and have a cup of coffee on the way to the hardware, but there's an actual island up there called Granite Island with a horse-drawn carriage that goes across to it. Very touristy. But we're going to go up around the bluff, and then we'll come back and go into the township of Victor Harbour itself. We'll take up, there's a little dirt road up here, runs down to the Bluff Jetty where they do a lot of squid fishing and stuff. We'll go down there for a ride. don't think they're catching a lot of squid and stuff at the moment because of this algal bloom. I was talking to a professional fisherman, and a bloody good fisherman who knows what he's doing, and he said to me not long ago, and it's now, well, September, and he hadn't caught a cephalopod or a squid since Easter time. So yeah, this algal bloom is knocking the fishermen around. I'll give you a bit of a look. That's Granite Island directly out in front of us there. The big one. You can actually see a wharf right up to where the wharf runs out to it. But yeah, I don't think there'll be many people fishing today, but we'll go up and have a look anyway. Yeah, he used to bring me kids down here catching little shrimps and stuff down here under the rocks in front of us. She's definitely blowing out here today. Yeah, it's probably more like about 35 or 40 kilometres an hour today. Not very nice. Geez, there is someone up there fishing. I don't believe it, under the dirt. So that's a bluff in front of us there. We'll drive up and go around the back of the bluff. Water's very dirty at the moment. Very stirred up. Yeah, I reckon I can get up on the bluff there. A bit of a run up that track there. What do you reckon on the right? No, I don't think I would. 30 or 40 years ago I might have. There's a heap of people up here fishing. Makes you wonder whether they've caught any. Don't know whether you can even hear me with that wind like this, but there's a magnificent Southern Ocean out there just for everybody that wants to have a look. There you go, mate. You catching any? You caught a shark?
Yeah, a port jack.
Oh, port jack, a doggy. Yep. Excellent, mate. I hope you get a few. Oh, good. Well, there you go. He caught himself a Port Jackson shark. Poor old doggy. Oh, excellent. Now we'll go around the other side up to the bluff. When we turn the corner up here, we just go on past a big restaurant called the Whalers Way, it used to be called, and you'll see Victor Harbour behind us. It's a pretty place. Swells to about, well, during the winter, I don't know what the population is now, probably 20,000, something like that. Triples in the summer months. Yeah, we'll go up here and we'll go for a ride down around the bluff and have a look at the coastline back towards Kangaroo Island, back that way. We'll just poke the camera out towards Victor Harbour and they'll take you up around the bluff. So that's Victor Harbour out in front of us, and that big main island there is Granite Island. It's got a horse-drawn carriage, runs across a wharf over to the island, and that's Gore Middleton out there, circling around, heading down towards the southeast, down towards Kingston and down that way. There's Bluff up on the left. You can probably hear me a lot better now. Last time I came up here, I rode up here on this thing. I don't know, I might have been on the Triumph. Late in the afternoon, a bloody rabbit dived out in front of me and went under the front tyre. Poor little old rabbit. And bloody near tipped me over. Good view from up here. You see there's little granite islands dotted all through the coast down here. How's that for a view? How's that for a view on my way shopping? Come here at the right time of year, you'll see whales down here at this time of year too, but yeah, it's a pretty bit of coastline along there. And about 30 kilometres in front of us is, as the crow flies, is Cape Jervis, where the ferry goes over to Kangaroo Island. So yeah, we'll ride back down here, and I'll ride down and stop at my favourite little coffee shop and have a cup of coffee before I go to the hardware store and get me bug spray. But yeah, the last trip up here, I just down here, I was going down the hill here on an 800-pound motorbike, and poor old Mr. Bunny Rabbit dived out in front of the front tyre, and I bloody near ended up down there. So yeah, a lot of rabbits up here. I'll spin it round. I see the signs. The signs are still up for the algal bloom that's going on. That algal bloom is really affecting South Australia. They don't know what causes it, or I don't know what causes it. I don't know a lot about it, even though I was in the seafood game. It is making a lot of people not confident about eating seafood, and it's killing the fishing charter industry, and it's affecting all sorts of industries. So I hope they get it sorted out soon. Me and a mate got out of the seafood game not because of it, but just happened to happen just as we were shutting our shops up, and yeah, I think we got out of it just at the right time. Righto, we'll see if one of them's open. Are they open? Let's see if they're open. Yeah, it looks like they're open. We'll stop here and have a cuppa. Well, there we are, we've just stopped in at the Yorkie store for a cuppa, get out of the wind for 5 minutes, and I'll tell you what, the Yorkie store at Victor Harbour, as I said, a mate of mine used to actually own this place. It was never real flash, but yeah, you're often a bit disappointed when you buy a cup of coffee on the road in a lot of places, but that was a bloody good cup of coffee, Yorkie store. Righto. We're going to get our pest eradication insect gear, sort out those pesky bloody insects. We'll see you at the hardware store. Right, we're riding right into the main street of Victor Harbour, and as promised, I'll take you down where Granite Island is, where the causeway goes over to Granite Island. But tell you what, then I'll be looking for a public convenience, because coffee and I don't get along anymore. All right, quick look down there, and then off for a break. Then I'll be right back. Righto, we're just coming into the real touristy part of Victor Harbour. There's a whale watching centre over near the park here somewhere. A whale centre. and the mini golf and all that sort of thing, and a couple of pubs. A lot of South Australian history here in Victor Harbour. I won't go into it and bore you, but Google it. Have a look, Victor Harbour, South Australia. And that's where the old Clydesdale horses cart the tram or a carriage across to Holmarsh Island. The horses used to be housed just up here. I don't think they're running actually. No, it looks like the causeway isn't running, but yeah, run down along the foreshore here with the big Norfolk Island pines. This place goes crazy in the middle of summer. Absolute bedlam down here in the summer. You can't get a park. Pretty spot, so. Alright, righto. We've got our bug deterrent. And we're on our way home because I haven't found that restroom yet. Looks like it's a bush on the way home. Yep. This top box is absolutely fantastic. Don't know what I did without a top box. Right, got me goodies. Now I'll head home. But if you like what I'm doing, like and subscribe and all that good fun stuff. And we'll see you on the next milk run.